Nobody tells you about the price. They show you the reward. They show you the car, the view from the top, the freedom, the respect. They show you what success looks like from the outside. They don't show you what it costs, not the money cost. That part is obvious. The real cost. The cost that lives in your chest at 2 in the morning when the work isn't done and the deadline is tomorrow and you are the only one who can do it. The cost that lives in missed dinners, in friendships that quietly faded because you changed and they didn't. In conversations you weren't present for because your mind was always somewhere else. Ambition is not romantic, not in the middle of it. When you are deep in the build, when you are in the years before anything shows, when you are doing the work that no one sees and no one applauds, it is often lonely, often boring, often brutal. Not brutal like war, brutal like grinding, like doing the same thing over and over, not knowing if it's working, not knowing if it ever will. Most people quit here, not because they don't want it, but because they didn't know what they were signing up for. They saw the destination. They didn't read the conditions of travel. So let me be honest with you about what it costs. It costs relationships. Some of them. The people who knew you before will not all follow you into who you're becoming. Some of them will celebrate you. Some of them will resent you. Some of them, the ones you least expected, will quietly disappear. This is not a reason to stop, but you should know it's coming. It costs your comfort, not just occasionally, permanently. The person that you're trying to become lives outside of where you currently are. Getting there requires sustained discomfort over a long period of time. There is no shortcut through this. Everyone who tells you otherwise is selling something. It costs your ego. Real ambition requires real failure. And real failure, public failure, expensive failure, embarrassing failure, breaks something in you that needed to be broken. The version of you that needs to look good to other people is not compatible with doing something great. You will have to choose between the two. It costs your time, obviously, but it costs it in ways you don't expect. It costs the lazy Sunday mornings, the extra hour of sleep, the spontaneous plans you can't make because you already made different plans, plans with your future, not your present comfort. Now let me tell you what ambition gives you in return. It gives you clarity. When you're building towards something real, the noise of the world loses power over you. You stop caring about things that don't matter. You start seeing, with brutal clarity, what does. It gives you self-respect. Not the kind you perform for other people. The private kind. The kind that comes from keeping promises to yourself, from doing what you said you would do when no one would know if you didn't. That kind of self-respect is not available any other way. It gives you identity. Most people never discover who they actually are because they never test themselves. They live inside comfortable limits and never find out what lies beyond them. The person you become through ambition, through failure and recovery, through discipline and sacrifice, is someone you could not have invented. You can only find that person by going through it. And it gives you, eventually, a life that is yours. Not the life someone designed for you. Not the life that was easiest to fall into. A life that you built, deliberately, painfully, on your terms. Here is what I want you to understand. The cost is real. I'm not minimizing it. But it is finite. There is an end to the hard years. There is a day when what you built begins to work for you instead of you working for it. The people who make it to that day are not the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who looked at the price honestly and said, "I'll pay it." Who understood that the alternative, a life of wondering, of settling, of being fine, was more expensive in the end. The price of ambition is high. The price of regret is higher. Pay the one that builds you, not the one that hollows you out. You know which one that is. You've